She broke up with you, or you walked away. Either way, there was an ending. And then something changed. She started thinking about you differently. Not the version of you she was frustrated with. The version that came after. The version she did not expect. This happens more than people realize. And it is almost never random. There are specific things a man does or stops doing that shift how she experiences the relationship in hindsight. Understanding them is not necessarily about getting someone back. Maybe you don't want that right now anyway. But understanding what actually creates deep, lasting attraction, the kind that survives endings, absence, and time, could be helpful to you if you want to rekindle a connection. This is for men who want to understand what she is actually responding to, not to use it as a strategy for manipulation, because anything done as a strategy will not produce the same result. Only the real thing works here. The first behavior that shifts how she feels about you is when you stop explaining yourself to her. In the relationship, you probably over-communicated. You justified decisions. You managed her reaction before it arrived. You wrapped every choice in enough context that she could not possibly have a reason to push back. After, you stopped. Not because you became cold, because the need for her approval, quietly, lifted. And she felt that absence. The version of you that no longer needs her to understand your choices in order to feel okay about them is significantly more attractive than the version that did. She registers this, sometimes long after the fact, as the moment she realized she had underestimated you. The second behavior is that you visibly return to yourself instead of prioritizing validation from her. This is not about looking good on social media, though it sometimes shows up there. It is an energy she picks up on through mutual friends, through brief contact, through whatever small window she still has on your life. You seem more settled, more directed. Like the relationship in its ending gave you back something you had quietly given away. What she is sensing is a man who reconnected with his own interior when there was no longer anyone else to organize around. And that version of you is the one she finds herself thinking about. Not because absence made the heart grow fonder, but because this version is genuinely more attractive than the one she left. The third behavior is that you do not make her the villain. You do not speak about her badly. You do not recruit people to your side. You do not perform bitterness or indifference or contempt. When people ask, you are honest and simple. It did not work. You wish her well. You mean it. She hears this eventually, or she senses it. And the absence of resentment tells her something that all the grand gestures in the world cannot. You valued what you had enough not to reduce it to a grievance. That dignity is rare, and she knows it. The fourth behavior is that you build something for yourself, with or without her. You started something you had been putting off. You invested in an area of your life you had been neglecting. You are moving toward something. Not to prove anything, because in the space the relationship left, you found room for yourself that you had not used in a long time. This is the thing women describe when they say they saw you differently afterward. You had direction, not because you suddenly became successful, because you were clearly alive to your own life in a way that made her want to be near it. There is a video on this channel that goes directly into this quality. The mindset shift that makes a grown man naturally magnetic to women covers exactly what this aliveness looks and feels like and how it is built. I will link it at the end. The fifth behavior is that you allow enough silence for her to feel the gap. You do not fill the space after the ending with contact, with check-ins, with just seeing how she is. You give the silence room to work, and silence, after genuine connection, has a weight that eventually becomes impossible to ignore. She does not miss the relationship as it was at the end. She misses the version of it that felt real. And silence gives her room to remember that version without the noise of the difficulties around it. You, sitting in that silence, not reaching across it, communicates something she feels even if she cannot name it. You do not need her to make the ending easier for you. The sixth behavior is that you treat her with warmth when you do interact, without pulling her back in. If there is contact, it is clean. You are warm, genuinely, without using the warmth as a door. You are not performing indifference. You are not creating artificial distance. You are simply yourself, with nothing to get from the interaction. This is the combination women describe as hardest to walk away from a second time. A man who is warm and settled and not asking for anything. Because most men in this situation are either cold or angling. The one who is simply genuinely himself without an agenda is almost impossibly attractive. The seventh behavior is the one that does the most work, and it is the one that feels like the least. You focus entirely on your own life. Not as a strategy, not to make her notice. You genuinely redirect your attention toward the things that matter to you, and let the outcome with her become genuinely secondary to that. This is the hardest one, because it requires actually letting go of the grip, not performing letting go, which she will feel through the energy of whatever contact remains. Actually releasing the outcome and investing, fully and without reservation, in your own direction. And when you do that, something real shifts. In how you carry yourself. In the ease you bring to every room you enter. In the quiet certainty that comes from a man who has decided his life is worth showing up for, regardless of who is watching. That is what she cannot stop thinking about. Not what you said. Not what you did to get her attention. The version of you that was already whole before she came back into the picture. If this gave you something real, this video is the natural next step. Not as a post-breakup strategy, but as the foundation of who you are. It is on screen now. I will see you there.